Sabrina Federick-Traub has come through the youth girls pathway in Western Australia. Played for the Peel Thunderbirds and currently South Fremantle Bulldogs in the WA WFL. Tall key position player, can play back or forward, and also in the ruck, which is handy. Just her size and strength, her height and strength, it makes her a really formidable opponent. Very hard to outmark. She had her debut in the exhibition games last year, playing for Melbourne against Western Bulldogs at Etihad. Kicked 3 goals, took 5 or 6 contested marks, and was a real handful for the opposition on that day. So, yeah, very exciting to have 2 players like that in the same side. Taylor's slightly different, where Taylor will be a little bit more run and jump at the packs, and Sabs is a little bit more hold the pack out, stand under it, and use her height and strength to really keep the opposition out. Yeah, it was basically looking around the country to find who we needed for our group, and the conversations were, do we bolster the midfield or do we go looking for another exciting young developing key position player? So we went for the latter to make sure that we have 2. They're both 19 years old right now, and they've both got enormous futures ahead of them. And if we can, and I guess the other part of it too is looking for an interstater. They had to be comfortable with making a move. That's the other thing. So I think the age group's right. I think the girls that are a little bit in their mid-20s or late 20s are probably a little bit more entrenched in the cities that they live in. But Sabrina's a really good fit for us, is that she's emerging as a player, young enough to go on a bit of an adventure with her footy. But I suspect this story will be a common one in the coming years when we move to a more male-like draft, if you like, where it's a little bit more just you're expected to move interstate to play. So early days for this competition, but to find and 6 players have moved out of Western Australia. Sabrina's one of those. But yeah, early days in that process. But we're really glad that we've got now 2 of the most exciting young key position players in the comp.